Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. All right, so welcome. We are going to be making a Ganesha Yantra today. So how I begin my yantras is cheating with two rulers to find the center of my piece of paper. So I make a cross in the middle one way. If I had a long ruler, I could use that. So I'm just making a cross in the middle of the piece of paper. Then I take my compass, open it about an inch, and I'm going to place the metal at the center where that crisscross crossed and draw a small circle. So I'm plotting out the center. Then I'm going to take my ruler again and see if I can draw a line through the paper to make my, let's see, vertical line. So every yantra has a vertical line. Using the edge of the paper, the ruler, all these little tips to make it kind of straight. Let's see. And you want to make sure the pencil is going to go through the center. So you'll feel the pencil in the indentation. So that's your vertical line. And then to denote the top of the paper, you can draw a Om sign, or a triangle, or a circle, or something. Then you're going to crisscross that with your ruler again. I like to use this grid ruler. See how it has a fine grid on it. So I'm lining up the ruler with the central line, the edge of the paper. Looks pretty good. And this is my horizontal line. Okay, so now you have a cross. Okay, now to find the true diagonals, you're going to place the point of the compass in the horizontal line, open up the lead, place the lead where the lead touches the vertical line in the circle. Okay? See that? Then you make these little marks. Okay, now pick up your compass, put the point in the next intersection of circle, guideline, and then you will crisscross those marks. Okay, so I'm going to keep going around. All right, once you have all four, you can take your pencil you're aiming to pass through the center of the crisscrosses. All right, this is going pretty well. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. And then the other one. All right. Okay, so now you have the true diagonals. And I'm just going to erase some of this. So it doesn't get confusing. And then you can decide how large would you like your yantra to be. So the whole yantra is going to be contained within this circle that you're going to create. So I'm aiming for a pretty large one here, I think. So draw a circle. And then connect the diagonals. So where the diagonal touches the circle, are going to be the corners of your square. Okay, so the main shape of the yantra is a square. All right, so now that you have your square, we are going to divide the size of the yantra. So take the top corner you have your lead on one side, point on the other, and you're going to make a kriss. And then switch their placement around. Now put the metal point where the lead was, the lead where the metal was, and cross. Then I'm going to draw a straight line through that crisscross I just made. This line is parallel to the vertical line. So lining it up. And then draw from the outer square to the outer circle. So we just drew that one small amount here, okay? See that? We just divided this section into two. Okay. Now to create that line all the way around, there's a little shortcut I'll share with you. You have the measurement. Then you repeat that measurement on the other side. Okay, then so eventually you'll have 8 of these marks. And then then take your ruler and go ahead and draw through the center of your yantra. So you're going to connect these two little notches you just made. Draw from the circle to the square. So every yantra starts with the gates. This is like calling in the directions. North, south, east, west. This is the doorways, the portal within which the deity can enter your yantra. So you're creating the gateway to the sacred space. So it takes a little while to do the gates. Once you have them established, the center of the yantra is very easy to draw. Okay. And then to cross the T's, the outside of the gates, take your ruler up to the corner, far corner of the circle. It can be nice to have the guidance of this ruler. So it's parallel to the edge of the square, and then you're going to make those, close those shapes. Okay, so four corners. 1, 2. 3 and 4. Great. All right, now we're going to start one more round of bisecting. So let's see. You're going to put the metal point and the lead in one of those sections. Okay? So maybe here, is that easier for you to see? So the metal point and the lead. Okay? Then you're going to make a mark. Chris, switch the placement of the lead and the metal. Cross. And we're going to be dividing these 2 points and drawing a center line that's going to go through that crisscross. So let's see, where does that crisscross line up? Everything does line up with that central axis that we made, the vertical, horizontal. Okay, so now you have that mark. This is going to be a measurement that we're going to use twice. So close this compass, so you have the metal there. You are going to close it, so it just sits on that line, and then move the compass around to the other side. Okay, so this is equidistant. And then you can go around each of the centers, make that mark. So the steps of it, creating a yantra, can be found in the book 9 Designs for Inner Peace. So I made that book so that you can follow along at home at your own pace and create each of the planetary yantras. 9 Designs for Inner Peace, 9 planets.